Hi everyone, Janie here. Welcome back to my garden and welcome back to my secret garden and day 4 of my secret garden makeover. All this week I have been focusing on the secret garden, this little side yard on the north side of my house, and completely revamping it into something that I've been wanting to do, but I haven't really bothered to come out here and really focus on this area. So I'm really happy that I'm really focusing on this area this week, and it's making me feel like I'm getting so much stuff done. I've gotten that advice before to really focus on one area at a time in your garden, and that is just about the best advice that you can get, because it really makes you feel like you're actually doing something rather than just kind of like piddling around here, doing a little here, doing a little here. Really focusing on this area all at once is making huge changes. So day 1, Jason and I installed the trim around these windows, the shutters, and the window boxes. Day 2, I transplanted these beautiful coral bark maples over here. Day 3, I added in these pots with these limelight prime hydrangeas. I wasn't able to plant these straight down into the ground because I do have, well, my neighbors have a black walnut tree just on the other side of this fence here, and hydrangeas cannot handle the jugalone that the black walnut secretes. So it's okay. I just put them in these terracotta pots and I think they look really, really good. Now day 4 is Boxwood Day. And these boxwoods here, this kind of started off this whole makeover because I knew I wanted to do a boxwood hedge all along this edge-right metal edging. I thought it would be really pretty and it would bring some more formality into this garden, which I already started off with my lion fountain and topiaries and everything like that. But I just think that the boxwood hedge is just going to be the icing on the cake for this formal garden. So for the boxwood hedge in this garden, I decided to use Sprinter boxwoods. And Sprinter boxwoods are just an improved version of a very common boxwood used in my area called winter gem boxwoods. And winter gem boxwoods are beautiful, but this one is they've just improved it to make it that much better. It's hardy zones 5 through 9, and I'm zone 9B, so it's perfect. It's very, very fast growing, which is really exciting because if you set up a hedge, you want it to become a hedge very, very quickly, and Sprinter boxwoods will grow really quickly to form a hedge. It also has a very upright growth habit, which makes it perfect for hedging. It doesn't splay out or anything like that. It, of course, is the glossy evergreen foliage, so it's going to stay evergreen all winter long. And then the other really cool thing just about boxwoods in general is that they can handle full shade. They can handle part shade. They can handle part sun. They can handle full sun. They can handle basically whatever lighting you give it, and which is perfect for this garden bed, because this garden bed, I've told you guys this a million times. What did you get into? The Russian sage. My goodness, you're a mess. This garden bed is a sun transition garden in that during the winter time, the sun is behind the house, so it's a full shade garden. During the summertime, at least this side of the garden is full sun. So I have to be able to plant plants in this area that can handle full shade and full sun. Here's another example of one that can handle full shade and full sun. This is Surefire White Begonia, which is beautiful. And now I'll have the boxwoods as well. And I know that they're going to be very, very happy in this spot. So I was really happy to be able to get my hands on 30 of these Sprinter boxwoods, which is quite a feat, especially this time of year when it's kind of hard to get your hands on some plants. But luckily, Proven Winners Color Choice Shrubs, Spring Meadow, they were able to find 30 of them. So a huge thanks to them to be able to send these to me. I am so happy with them. Now, some of them are huge, like this one right here is absolutely huge. These guys will get 2 to 4 feet tall and 2 to 4 feet wide. So it's not full size yet, but that is a pretty big plant. But they weren't able to get me all 30 that big. Some of them are a little smaller like this, but I told them I'll be happy with whatever they can send me because these guys are such fast growers. These guys are going to catch up to the big ones in no time. So the spacing for sprinter boxwoods is anywhere between 24 and 48 inches. Of course, if you put them 24 inches apart, they're going to grow together and form a hedge very, very quickly. 48 inches, they're just going to touch on the ends, so it'll take a little bit longer to form a hedge. I think I'm going to split the difference, and I'm going to plant them 36 inches apart in this garden. I think that that will be perfect. Now, I am planning on all four corners right here. So here, 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 and here, I am planning to put boxwood cones. I do want that look of the cone in each corner, and I wasn't able to get the sprinters and cones, so I will probably just get winter gem and in the cones. But my idea was, if you all don't know, if you want to save a lot of money, wait to buy your boxwoods or your evergreens, your thuyas, like any type of evergreen in cone form or tree form. Wait until Christmas time, and they call them living Christmas trees. And if you wait until like a week before Christmas, they're always on sale at big box stores for like 50% off. So that is the time to go get your topiary cones, your topiary boxwoods, your thuyas, anything like that, because you can get such good deals. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave spots open on all four corners here and wait until closer to Christmas time to get those. So I'll be patient with that, but I at least have these now, and these can start growing into hedges for now. So what I need to do is I need to lay out all of the boxwoods. I just kind of preemptively laid them out really quickly as I was bringing them over here, but I need to space them out, and I need to figure out how to fit the small ones in with the big ones so it looks kind of natural and it doesn't look you know what I mean? Like it's like, so it looks normal. So I'm going to go get my measuring tape, and I'm going to try and space these out as well as I can, and I'll show you what it looks like before I start planting. All right, so I've got them all laid out. Well, almost all laid out. I have 6 left, 6 of the smallest ones left. But I ended up, because I had, actually, they fit better than I thought, I ended up spacing them 24 inches apart. So starting from the arch right here, it's 24 inches, then 24 inches all the way down with spots on the corners right here for the topiary and the cone boxwood. And then I went all the way to the wall over there on both sides. I am going to be taking out this Niagara Falls panicum, so I'm going to pull those out, and then I'm going to put one more boxwood on either side of the fountain right there. And then you can see, kind of coming over this way, I do have to pull the Surefire white begonia over there to kind of fit those guys in, but these guys will be pretty easy. So I think this is going to look really, really good, especially once it all fills in. Look at that. I do love the look of formal gardens. I think it's so beautiful, but it's also not totally normal for me. Like, I don't do formal gardens. I don't do boxwoods. I do much more like this type of stuff, much more free flowing and kind of like overgrown looking. And so this is really stretching me to be a lot more reserved, a lot more you know, like I want to add a whole bunch of blooms and grasses into this garden, and I'm not going to let myself. I think I'm going to keep it a white and green color scheme. I think that will be so pretty, and it'll just kind of stretch me a little bit to be a lot more reserved in this garden, which I think is just going to be so fun. What's up? You're blocking my shot, bud. You're totally blocking my shot. Go get your ball. Where is it? Go get it. Okay, so let me give you guys a little update on where I'm at thus far. You know the phrase, it gets worse before it gets better. And that's how I feel right now, and I feel like I'm in the it gets worse phase. So I kind of feel like Monty right now. This is a tough job. So some of it's really easy. Like this side was really easy. It was easy to dig into. This side had been irrigated, so the soil was softer. I did build up the soil a little bit with a couple bags of potting mix because it was getting a little low. So that made it even easier to plant this side. This side, not so much. It was very tough. My auger couldn't get through the compacted soil, so I started using my Hodag tool, which I am so thankful for this tool. I love this tool. So I started using that to help dig the holes, and that really helped. So I've got 4 of the 5 on this line. I just have 1 more over there to do. I have the 2 by Monty. I started trying to dig the holes with the auger over here on this side, but as you can see, it was tough. So I decided just to make it easy on myself and to pre-soak the holes with a hose first. So that's making everything go a little bit slower. This side was relatively easy. So I just have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I just have 10 more to go, which is not too bad. That's not too bad at all. But I think what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go take a lunch break. I have to say, I am so thankful that it is overcast today. If it was hot and sunny today, I would be dying. So anyway, we are in the point where it looks worse. Everything looks a little messy from the soil that I got all over the gravel, but I can see a light at the end of the tunnel. I think it's going to be really pretty when I'm done. Once I get this whole area mulched up and cleaned and everything, it's going to be gorgeous. Right now though, I'm going to go get some food. All right, you guys, so I am done for the day. I am not 100% done with planting the boxwoods, but I am exhausted. This project took a lot longer than I had imagined. Had imagined that I would easily just zip through with my auger, you know, drill the holes and then plant the plants, and it'd be really, really quick, and it was not. Every single hole kind of had an issue. I had to hand dig a lot of holes. So it just took a lot more energy than I had planned for today. So let me show you how far I got. I got almost all of them planted, you can see here. And I even ended up putting one extra one over right directly next to this arch. This is the hole that I gave up on. That was the hole that did it for me. So that will be a tomorrow hole. Over here by where Monty's drinking out of my fountain. Monty! I have the Niagara Fall panicums I still need to transplant. So I will be transplanting those and planting the boxwoods there. And then I have one more over here, but to plant this one, I had to move these pots. And like, I know I can move them. I'm just literally too tired to plant them. So that will be working on it tomorrow. I will finish that tomorrow. So tomorrow I want to finish up the boxwoods. I want to plant the arborvitaes. I have one there and one over there. Those are the two that died. So that will finish up the 4 arborvitaes in the corners. And then I think what I want to do, I think I'm going to run to the store today and I'm going to grab some mulch. And it's really funny because you all know I haven't used mulch in this garden at all because I've been using wood chips, arborist wood chips. But I'm having trouble getting my hands on arborist wood chips lately. And I thought if I was to use bags of mulch in any spot in my garden, the secret garden would be a great place to use bags of mulch. So I'll put on the screen right now the mulch that I like. I get it from Lowe's. So I think I'll run over there and I'll get a couple bags of mulch so I can finish off this garden bed and then be totally done with it, hopefully by tomorrow. So anyway, so day 4 of Secret Garden Makeover, making a ton of progress. It's looking like a completely different garden. Stay tuned tomorrow. That should be the last day of this. I hope you all enjoyed this, and I hope you all have a chance to get in your garden today.